Hi Naptime friends, it's Tish with Naptime Creations. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, don't forget to subscribe. Today we're going to be doing some resin art, and I'm going to be working on this round I got at my local hardware store, and I've already primed it with some spray paint primer. I accidentally spilled some Mehron Gold powder on there, so it's okay, we're just going to pour over it anyway. So I'm going to be using Res Angel White, Color Obsession Light Chocolate, Mehron Gold, and Color Obsession Chocolate Brown. And today I'm going to be using my Permarine Tabletop Epoxy. This is a 1-to-1 ratio, and I mixed up 16 ounces for this. I was working on another project at the same time, so I did 8 ounces of my part B, 8 ounces of my part A, stirred it up for 3 minutes, and this is where we're at right now. I'm going to lay down a thin layer of the clear. And if you want to see a video of me mixing up my pigments and resin and all that good stuff, I will link that down below. I didn't include it in this just because it gets kind of repetitive, but I definitely have other videos that have that. So if you want to check that out, I'll link it below, and I'll also link all the products I use down below in the description. So now I'm going in with my Angel White, and I'm just going to lay this down kind of as a base coat. And this is a really, really awesome white. If you're looking for something that's opaque, it's super opaque and creamy. It's a really, really, really pretty white. It's really great coverage if you're wanting a white background, and it's really awesome for cells and lacing too. So I'm just going to spread this out with my gloved hand and just make sure it's nice and coated all over the round. I picked this up at my local hardware store, like I said before, and it was I think like $7.59 or something like that, and it's 16 inches. So it's a pretty good size, not too bad. My local hardware store is Home Depot for anybody who's in the US. So I'm just taking my gloved hand and going around the edge now, just making sure there's, resin over the side. So I've got that all nice and smoothed out. I'm going to go in with my chocolate brown now, and I gave it a little stir just before I laid it down on my round here, just to make sure it was all stirred up. So I'm going to do a straight line down the middle, and then a little section on the left and a little section on the right. Now I'm stirring up the light chocolate a little bit, and I'm going to add that right down the middle of the chocolate brown around the outside, and same thing on the two outer edges as well. So now I'm going to go in with my Mehron Gold, and this gold is super bronzy. It's very, very beautiful. It goes well with brown tones because it is a bronzy gold. If you're looking for a bright gold, I would probably do the 007 from Color Obsession. Thanks to Jen on Instagram for the tip on that. So I'm going to go in and warm this up. I'm not going to overwork it very much, or try not to. I'm just going to move it around and try to blend it all out. My heat gun only has 2 settings, so I'm just using it on high. I pretty much always use it on the high setting when I'm working with resin. I decided I wanted a little bit more gold, so I added some more on the left side here. I didn't film this part. I realized, oh, I wasn't filming, and then I started filming again. So I just added 2 lines on the left, and then I kind of outlined the light chocolate color, and then a line down the middle section here. And when you do your gold, I like to start my line off of my substrate and then kind of go fast. If you don't go fast, your line can get kind of wobbly and wonky. So you can just practice over some wax paper if you feel like you need to before you do it on your piece. Just kind of practice kind of getting a good speed going when you do your lines. Now I'm going to go in and heat this gold up and try to blend it out a little bit, just so it's not a super harsh line. You can see I get my heat gun pretty close up to the resin and then kind of just push it out. Once it starts moving like that, that's what will cause your gold to sell up nicely. And the angel white helps with that too. So definitely get the angel white if you don't have it. I highly recommend it. I'm going to pick up the Mehron Rose Gold too. That one's really pretty. I don't know if they have any other colors, but definitely I'm going to look into that as well. I'm sure you can get their other colors on Amazon. So you can see I'm just going around blending out the gold, kind of pushing the gold over the white, just kind of giving it some movement. You can see on the left side over by my lamp, the gold is just so pretty. It sits right on top. It's just awesome. I'm going to go in and blend this section out a little bit more. I wasn't feeling how it was looking. So I'm going to call this first layer done. Let's go in for a little close-up. You can see it's got some nice cells going on. I'm going to try to add a second layer tomorrow or the day after. I'm not sure when I'll be able to get to it, but hopefully tomorrow. I'm liking how this is turning out so far. I'm planning on doing similar colors in a second layer on top. And those drips, oh my gosh, the drips were so pretty. So we're back. It's been 24 hours and I'm going to go in and do my second layer. I'm going to use Pro-Marine resin again, and I'm going to use the Angel White again, the Color Obsession Light Chocolate, and I'm going to use a Artisan Bronze mica powder and more Mehron Gold. The bronze mica powder gave it a little bit of a shimmer, which was really nice. So I'm just going to mix up my resin and all of my colors, and I will be right back. So I've got a nice layer of clear down on my piece down here, and I'm going to take my gloved hand and rub that all around, just making sure that every spot's covered. And I'm also making sure to get the edges as well, just making sure that there's some clear on there, because like I said before, resin only wants to go where resin's been before, and this is totally cured. I didn't sand it down or anything to prep. All I did was take 91% alcohol, isopropyl alcohol, and a rag and clean it off, and that was all I did. I didn't sand it because I found after 24 hours after curing time, you don't need to sand it, in my opinion. That's just me. You do what you want to do. Some people say sand it. I say it's fine. So now I'm going in with my heat gun, just gonna pop any bubbles, get the resin warmed up a little bit so it can move more easily. And before you use your heat gun, make sure you point it away from your art so you don't blow any dust that may have settled up in there straight onto your project. And thanks to Doris at DF Designs for that tip. So this is the bronze. It's super pretty and metallic. I love this bronze color. You can get the Artisan mica pigments on Amazon as well. So I'm just going to kind of do the same thing I did yesterday, just a line down the center, some on the left side, some on the right side, and line it up with the light chocolate and put some gold on top. So I'm just going to put some music in the background and show you guys, and if I need to pop on and say anything, I will. So now I'm getting ready to move my resin around after I heated it up and popped all the bubbles. And you can see that you can kind of bounce your heat gun up and down and make the resin kind of poof out, I like to call it. It kind of just pushes everything straight out and gives it a nice little effect. And when you're, using the angel white, don't overheat it. You have to be really careful you don't overwork it because it'll get milky, which it's not a bad thing, but if you're looking for cells in lacing, you don't want to heat it up too much. If you heat it up too much, the cells won't stay put. So just heat it up a little bit. I'm not going to heat this layer up very much at all. This is pretty much all I'm doing to it. And you can see if you just hold your heat gun straight above in a certain spot like that, it'll just kind of pool out and give you some nice designs. You don't need to heat it up very much at all. Like I said, just less is more with the heat. You don't want to overwork it. I decided I wanted a little bit more white in the center of this piece, so I'm adding a little bit more of the angel white just straight across, and then I'm going to heat that up too. So now I'm going to go in with my heat gun and just kind of move this white around and see what kind of effects I can get from it. I'm just going to kind of go over it quickly and then just kind of put my heat gun straight up and down vertically over it and try to just fan it out. See, just like that. Kind of just hold your heat gun straight over it and then it'll push straight out. So I think that's going to be it on this one. I'm just going to let it dry and I will show you guys what it looks like tomorrow. So here we are. It's about 24 hours later and it is so pretty. Look at that gold and the white. I love it. I love it so much. I'm gonna probably end up keeping this one because it matches my living room and everything. But I don't know if one of you guys wants to buy it, let me know. I love it so much. It's so pretty. What do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. And let me know what colors you think I should do next. I love this little corner right here with the angel white on top of the bronze. It's so pretty. Thank you so much for watching this video. I appreciate you guys taking the time to hang out with me and watch me do some art. If you have any questions at all on any of the products or techniques, just let me know down in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. I hope everybody's having a great day, and I will see you on Wednesday for another video. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a like, and don't forget to ring that bell so you don't miss any of my other videos. Bye.